easier. And again, remember, perfection is not required. I think we're all on board with this, it seems like, and I'm really glad. You don't have to know everything or be the quintessential expert. You just have to be ahead of your audience in key ways, know something they don't know, or have a way to guide them to their next step. Like you do not have to be the expert. In fact, I think that's probably a really boring thing to be. You can be a recovering train wreck who is making good decisions and guiding others who struggle. And I think that's important too. Like, it's even if you don't have to share everything too. Like, I think if you are struggling with something, the point where you actually share it is maybe when you're starting to learn from it and you're starting to become better for it. That's a good time to share it. Just, sharing how disorganized you are, confused, and blah, is not really helpful to anybody. So there is, some kind of filter involved in this as well. It doesn't mean you have to be perfect, but it also means you don't have to share everything. You can also have a temper, sometimes be unkind, ruthlessly sarcastic, or any other thing that people might perceive as a flaw. It makes you human and likable to your key audience. Now, if that comes from a really big source of pain for you and it is really a character flaw that holds you back, that's something that you need to work on. But it still also is probably something that's quite relatable. So, don't worry about that. Don't try to whitewash your image completely, because that doesn't attract people. It's boring. So as I was preparing that slide, I went over to Patty, who is here, actually. I went over to the Facebook group, and she had left a comment on a post, and it was just perfect. I hope it's okay that I read this, guys, to you. And it has a bad word in it, and I'm going to say it, and I hope that's okay. Bad word. I don't know what that means, but who I am has never really fit into what I've tried to do. For years, I wanted to start a personal development site, and I get started, and that little voice would say, really? You don't have your shit together enough for this. You're messy and you stumble through most of this stuff. So I'd listen, hang my head, tuck my tail, and try something else. And as you can tell, Patty's a very good writer. Sometime last year, I had the thought of, since I do like to journal and do it almost every day, maybe I could do a journaling site. And then the tagline hit me: life is messy, write that shit down. And then things started to click together: journaling, personal development, messy, and struggling. There I am. Surely other people struggle through this. I mean, we aren't all Tony Robbins perfect, right? My humor, my snark, my big heart, my squirrel brain, it all fit in right. It'll fit right in now. I just had to discover what brands me with that I want to do. And yes, I can promote myself as that win-win. Isn't that wonderful? Like, that's exactly it. Absolutely perfect. Imperfect. A perfect way of being imperfect. Because it's so relatable. And, Patty is learning things that her audience doesn't know, or, when it comes to the journaling things, techniques and things that have helped her. And also when she's willing to share a little bit of that messiness, her customers will also, be able to, feel comfortable sharing struggles. And then Patty will be able to better learn about who they really are and how she can help them even better. Because when we create this perfect little image, our customers will also often want to appear perfect to us as well. And it's harder to get to know them. And then how do you serve them properly?